Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty crazy news when it comes to Nintendo, when it comes to GameStop, when it comes to the leakers now actually been getting into either both legal trouble as well as also losing their jobs. And on top of this, Nintendo's been going kind of crazy, so we're going to talk about this and all this drama all floating around as of today. Now, sometimes when it comes to the gaming world, we see a lot more not good news, to be fully honest with you guys, and this kind of seems like one of those really just big triple whammies where just everything is not going good, and I do kind of feel like we've been seeing a lot more other, like, attention, content creators, tweets, Reddit posts, and everything, kind of calling out Nintendo for their really bad behavior, but as well for also places like GameStop also contributing towards this and basically making sure people are not having a pretty good day, mainly because if they lose their job, probably not a good day to you. So we're going to talk about this, talk about the drama, and as well, if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below if you guys like to go and follow up on either, or we also have the Amazon links for all the consoles too as well. And let's go and dive into the kind of some crazy stuff. So very first and foremost, as I've mentioned, we've been seeing a lot of Nintendo news all floating around, and also on the GameStop side. GameStop actually has gotten some pretty bad press these past few days when it comes to GameStop now firing employees for doing a massive, huge Zelda leak. Now, in case you guys are curious too, we've seen a lot more brand news when it comes to Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and it is coming out very soon. But as well, we've also been seeing a lot of outside sources on basically Nintendo going hardcore on YouTubers, basically trying to go get people, like, have their videos taken down, trying to claim their IPs. It just got a really big double whammy, just a lot of really bad Nintendo PR. So first, a GameStop employee was actually terminated after leaking a photo of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which also, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I don't want to give, like, too much of a free pass to GameStop or Nintendo. Number one, like, as, like, the company side, like, I'm usually more with the people, just so you guys always know, but for the company side, it's really hard to leak out products early. There's probably, like, proper NDAs with the companies, etc., etc. The companies, like, such as Nintendo, probably do not want to have special edition or collector's editions leaked beforehand. I understand that. Same thing, too, as well with, like, the IP and people doing, like, mods and utilizing the mods. Legally, you do have to protect that. I understand that. It's, like, just preemptively. I don't like it, though, because I do kind of feel like these are kind of just more like fan-based things, and it leads to a lot more issues and obviously bad PR, as everyone else is kind of against Nintendo on this case. So basically, GameStop fired an employee following an investigation into an information leak about The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom edition of Nintendo Switch OLEDs, committed by said employee. So basically, this employee leaked all the information people found out and traced it back to them. Following the employment termination, however, the GameStop employee was allegedly told that Nintendo, a company known for legal prosecution, removal of popular games, and tournament shutdowns, pressured the company into terminating his employment. Now, this is kind of where it gets a little more interesting and also bad. Basically, Nintendo was like, yes, even if this was a small leak, even if it was only a few hours beforehand, us and our legal team, we want you to get rid of this guy. We want you to go and fire this dude. So according to Kotaku, a GameStop employee shared a photo of a GameStop computer screen showing that the inventory database for the company has been updated with the Zelda-themed Tears of the Wild Nintendo Switch model on the Tears of the Kingdom subreddit. The details were posted one day before Nintendo got fans super excited with a new video about the game, along with the speculations that Nintendo would soon announce the new device during a showcase of the game, which actually did go and happen. So this leak actually was a proper, true leak, and that's where I think it got even more pressure and drama, because guess what? It was real. Like, they had a chance to see this. Now, I've actually dealt with a lot of leakers myself on my channel, especially during a lot of, like, the console hype, where you'd have, like, Target employees, GameStop employees, or whatever, basically go and showcase up internal emails or showcases or policy changes, which actually did go help out a lot of folks go get their consoles. Like, a lot of people got that from information or dates or whenever stock arrived and all of that. So one very big thing to note is that these people are trying to help people. Like, it seems like they want to leak out this information so people who want to get these collectible editions or want to get the consoles or whatever can kind of be like, yeah, maybe be on the lookout tomorrow so you guys can get this. In my mind, I think this is helpful. I understand, like, the company policies, the NDAs, like, the legalities. I get it. Like, I don't want to give that a free pass. But it makes me so sad seeing this because, well, this person just wanted to seem like a helpful person. And probably maybe helped out even some of you guys maybe watching the video, because I know a lot of you guys like the collectibles or the drops or whatever. So the Reddit post was basically quickly traced back to an employee who used his account name and identifiable details about his real identity, and then was also subsequently suspended from work. Which, by the way, if you guys make Reddit posts or tweets, make sure you guys are more careful on that stuff. Don't tie that to your actual accounts, or if you do, make sure you're going up to it. And basically, this is all around 2 weeks following the suspension. The GameStop employee then was fired. for leaking the Zelda image, and then in the phone interview with Kotaku, the employee stated that the details regarding the termination of his employment and Nintendo's involvement and insistence on termination were disclosed off the record by the superiors. He also stated that he wasn't aware of any company policy that actually would forbid this because it's already in the system. So then, like, what if no one knew? What if someone tried to go call the GameStop store and they're like, hey, is this coming out soon? And you just don't know. Maybe you just don't, maybe you've been busy. Maybe you're doing stuff with family. Maybe you just first week on the job. Oh, yeah, it's in the system. This is going to be a new console. Well, what are you supposed to do then? You know, like, you just don't necessarily know unless there's like a big notice or a statement or whatever. At that end, it's almost more important for them to like maybe just make it live or give notices to maybe the managers or, you know, maybe they don't have a specific NDA. So I do kind of feel bad for this guy that Nintendo literally wants them fired. The GameStop Zelda leaker stated that he made the leak because he's a big fan of the franchise and then he wanted to give the fandom a heads up when the pre-orders go live. GameStop is notorious for various issues regarding pre-orders, but the leaker didn't cite this as a reason. These editions are highly coveted by collectors and they usually sell it really quick, and I'm sure you guys know about this. So basically, GameStop hasn't given an official comment on this one so far, but those basically close to these sources have confirmed that several supervisors disclosed as of now that Nintendo was the cause. That Nintendo will specifically want to push for this as the catalyst for this particular termination, which should have been the first defense write-up to the GameStop's employees' impeccable work ethic. Now, I don't want to go and completely like blindside or agree with this guy. He could be wrong. He could have done bad. Like, this is bad legality-wise. It is a leak. Like, I think they should still own up to it. But the bigger issue is that it's really weird to see that Nintendo was pushing so heavily for this person to be fired. Some random dude who just want to help out folks, at least from what we're seeing. People could always lie or whatever after they get caught. But it's crazy because Nintendo just seems like they're so heavily in the news as just something not good. Like, a lot of people are not happy with Nintendo these past few weeks because now, let alone from this drama, like, this is sad. Like, my heart goes out for the person. I've been involved with people like when it came to Target drops or GameStop drops, and I try my best to be like anonymous as possible. So I just feel bad. Like, I really feel bad for people seeing this in the first place. But as well, you guys can even see this one too. Like, there's been a lot of big stuff. Where number one, there's been even huge news now for people like Zelda games, and even Pokemon games, of people trying to make things like multiplayer mods. Or even over here, there's bad news for Zelda's multiplayer Breath of the Wild mod 2, where Nintendo has never been good at maintaining multiplayer games, with Splatoon being the only real outlier. The gaming giant is notoriously bad with maintaining servers. With that, Super Smash Bros. Never had the internet capabilities it deserves. Mario Odyssey has a rich online community, thanks to player built mods as well, and same with Breath of the Wild. But basically, Nintendo has now been going hardcore, with Tears of the Wild coming down soon. So it's just bad PR. So basically, Nintendo is crushing the Breath of the Wild multiplayer mod. So, I mean, it makes sense. It kind of makes sense, too, as well. Where basically Nintendo is like, hey, man, like, bro, like, we got to go send some cease and desist. You can't go and keep on making these games. You want to make multiplayer Breath of the Wild? Well, that was not our plans. And if it was, we want to control it, we want to make the money off it, etc., etc. Point Crow also set up an initiative for modders to come together and build a multiplayer mod for the Zelda game too, and only a few days after the official launch, it has now been officially pulled by Nintendo as well. So Nintendo's going hardcore on everyone. They say, I have taken down the mods in this Discord, and I'm currently in talks with Nintendo, says Point Crew, on the Discord channel that offered the mod. All I can share right now, please no speculation, and understand that I will update you all as much as I can. And they had a chance to go and talk about this. Like, even like offered over $10,000 for someone who could make this multiplayer mod as well. And it's sad because he's like, hey, you're stifling that imagination and punishing those who want to share it with others when they do it in the way you have outlined for us creators, he says, in direct response to Nintendo's takedowns as well. And it just kind of goes to show that Nintendo is not happy with mods. We're seeing other YouTubers also having their videos also taken down. Nintendo itself has just been in big drama, and the fact they're also even trying to go and force GameStop employees, such as the guy mentioned, to go just have their own jobs fired from, like, that's a sad situation. No one likes to see this. No one wants to be a part of this. And like all these mods for other games too, such as Pokemon or other various Nintendo games, even Smash in the big Smash scene has been very polarized by Nintendo on how they just don't handle it well. They want to sue everyone. They want to cease and desist everyone. And they are within their own legal right to do it. Same with GameStop too. But that doesn't mean that Nintendo's not being, well, just rude. That they're not just being bad, like a bad company and money grubbing and trying too hard to protect their IP. I understand the legalities. I understand like the actual proper laws behind why they're doing it. Same with GameStop, same whatever. But it's just horrible to go and see that this is just happening. I think overall a lot of people have been disappointed with Nintendo, and especially, I mean, it'll probably be a great game. I'm sure everyone's going to love Tears of the Kingdom. I'll play my Twitch stream myself, but it's just kind of sad to see. It's just sad to see how Nintendo's almost kind of falling from graces from the public. So give me your thoughts and comments down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on if you guys want. We do have the Twitter and Twitch room down below. We have all the Amazon links too as well for all the consoles down below, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching here in the first place.